A lot of the times people who have a dream will pursue that dream, and when they hit a closed door, they'll just hit there and knock on that door. While I was knocking on that door, the other one next to me opened. Lego was actually one of the very first toys I was introduced to. My parents, when they took us to the toy store, they saw Lego, they recognized it from their own childhood, and that's what they would buy for us. Growing up as a homeschool military kid, I didn't have a lot of friends, and because we moved every 3 to 4 years, whatever friends I did have, I would be uprooted from very quickly. I ended up spending a lot of time developing my skills as a stop-motion animator because that was something that I could carry with me. They were the stories that I came up with in my own head when I was feeling lonely, and they were a way for me to have adventures that I wasn't necessarily able to have as a child. I was a big fan of Star Wars and the Indiana Jones movies and Lord of the Rings when that came out. My dream was never actually to be a stop-motion animator. Stop-motion was the means that was readily available for me to be a filmmaker. It wasn't until midway through college that I said, you know what, I'm over Lego now, I don't need toys anymore, I'm an adult. In that time frame, I was just feeling discontent with where I was at work. I wanted to move on to something better, but I didn't know what that something better was. I took a day where I just spent the entire day in prayer and expressing my heart to God, saying I can't keep working this day job while feeling I need to do something bigger and better. And as I was driving home, I just had a burst of inspiration. It was, hey, stop by the Lego store, buy a Lego Lord of the Rings set, animate a 1-minute video and put it on YouTube. In the first week, it had almost 100,000 hits. My hope was to do some Lord of the Rings parodies and get in front of Peter Jackson. The Hobbit movies were in production at this point, and I really wanted to work on them. But that's not who actually ended up finding the videos. It was the Lego group, who were at that time producing the toys for The Hobbit. And so they contacted me and said, hey, you obviously love Lego, you obviously love the Lord of the Rings. Do you want to do some advertisements for Lego The Hobbit? We are going to include them on the Blu-ray editions of the second Hobbit film. And I said, yes, I would very much like to do that. That really is what jump-started my career and got me to where I am now. My life just kind of went full circle. My very first animated video was a Lego lightsaber battle, and now I am one of the primary vendors doing video content for Lego Star Wars. A lot of people talk about how patient stop-motion animators are. For the record, I don't feel patient. Stop-motion actually is one of the few forms of filmmaking where you actually get instant results. As I'm shooting it, I see each frame as it's progressing. I am getting instant gratification, 24 frames per second. My favorite video that I've done to date is called The Aggravation of Smaug. It was the 4th video that I did for Lego The Hobbit. I have a relationship with the Lego group where they'll send me the script and they'll send me the storyboards, but then they'll say, do your thing with it. One scene in particular, the storyboard shows shot of ruins. Hobbit runs across screen. Dragon runs across screen. What I ended up doing in my video was camera following the Hobbit as he runs across a bridge. Hobbit runs through an archway, dragon gets stuck in archway, loses the Hobbit, busts out, gets angry, starts smashing things, starts scaring orcs. Hobbit comes running back, he sees him, trips, falls down, and then goes after him again. Figuring out how the character's gonna saunter, what sort of expression they're gonna have. That's something where I feel like my attention to detail really adds value to the project and just lets me have fun with it. I didn't get to where I am easily. There are so many days, so many weekends that are spent hardly seeing sunlight, just in a dark studio. And a lot of the time I ask myself, is this worth it? Should you just cut back, just work a normal 40-hour week like other people do, and be content with where you're at? But when I look back on the past 4 years of my life and say, if I'd asked myself that question then, I would not be here where I am now. I have no regrets with those decisions. Life has a habit of working out. Everything hard will pass someday. I know that at the end of my life, I'm going to be with my Creator and I'm going to be satisfied with how life turned out. That just gives me a lot of peace each and every day.